if I've ever had anyone ask about a piece of gear more that I've never tried, it was this right here, the Valeton GP-5. People in the comments are always like, hey, cool, love your Line 6 content. Can you review this piece of gear right here? And I was like, you know, people ask about a lot of other pieces of gear, and I'm like, yeah, if I ever get my hands on it. So I reached out to these people and they're like, yeah, I'll send it out to you. And then I started investigating what it does, and I was like, okay, I need to make a video about this because this could be a very good option for a lot of you. And there are some other really popular pieces of gear out there. Not that we have to name any of them, but this one is growing in popularity. Might not be, I mean, it's budget. It's a budget piece of gear, but it seems like it does everything that you might need it to do. So I'm gonna open up and see if it will actually like worship. A lot of videos out there, rock guys or metal guys or whatever, and I want to see how good it would be for us worship leaders. And is the tone really good? Does the Vox sound like a Vox? Does the Fender sound like a Fender? Is it doable in a context of a worship band? I don't know. Let's figure it out. I don't know if you can see this on camera, but this is a very tiny piece of kit here. And there's the first look right there. I haven't taken this out. I don't know anything yet. Has a button. It looks very much like the size of the Tonex. And I've seen people make videos comparing this to the Tonex. And when I say Tonex, I mean Tonex 1. So it's the same size, same enclosure as like a Tonex 1 or one of these 2-foot switch things here. That's what size we're dealing with right there. So very small, very tiny. If you know what this does, this is just an expression. We'll take a TRS jack, move things up and down on the HX Stomp or your other device. This is by Preston Free. Thank you. Thank you, Preston Free. Tonex 1. Thank you, IK Multimedia, for sending me this a long time ago. Been using it, love it. The Tonex is amazing. I am into the Tonex. If this is the first video you've seen, I love Tonex stuff. I have a dual Tonex board over there. I have 2 of these that I'm gonna be making a different pedal board out of. What I love about it is that you can put in really good amp sims, amp captures, amp and cab captures, and really the quality of your tone is based upon the capture that you get. I've been loving the Tone Shepherd ProSonic EQ and the AC30 EQ. That's been my go-to for a while. He's got some other ones I've been trying. I love those as well. You do have a lot of knobs on here. You have one main knob. You have like EQ and all this stuff up here. Then you can hold the Alt button and get to a lot of other things. That's what this does. But what about the GP-5? What does it do? Is it worth our time? Well, I do know that it comes with an app. I just downloaded it. The Valenton app looks like this. And we're gonna have to hook this up. And I think I can just hook it straight to here and have power to it. So let's try. See if this cable will work. Does that work? Oh, I see things happening. Things are happening. The great pedal, Neo Soul. Okay, I do know. Are you connecting? No, this is another device. Let's click on it. Did it find it? Searching for available devices. Oh, I think I did see a video. Yeah, there it is. You have to hold the parameter button here, connect device. And there we are. We're on number 10 already. I had scrolled through number 10, number 11, 12. And you can see here that we have like a pedal board inside this thing. We have our noise gate, and I guess there's probably, well, no, there's just one gate, I guess. Gate, that's all there is. Then you have your pre, which is like a boost, or all these other things. There's a toucher, which is an auto wah, I think, compressor, different compressors, toggle it on and off. A mess with the settings, just like that. Distortion. Bunch of distortions that we can play through. NS. I think this is their capture tech. So these are actually like captures of amps, and it looks like they have a bunch in here. Oh, well, this is empty. NAM files right here. So you can upload your own NAM files, especially if you capture your own stuff or you purchase NAM files from someone. You can upload them to your device right here. There's a bunch in here, and then there's a bunch more empty slots right there. Then there's the amp and cab. I do know, I've seen in videos, if you select this, it will cross out the amp and cab, so you can't use it because you don't want to use an amp and an amp. I have another video where people are like, they cannot believe that I would say such a thing. They're like, I use 2 amps in series all the time. It sounds good. I mean, if it sounds good, yes, that's the rule. But I'm here to teach people, and a lot of people with modelers get confused and they turn on an amp sim and plug it into the front of their amp, and they don't know why it doesn't sound good. Here's an example of technology telling you, hey, you don't want to run an amp into an amp, okay? It's not the way it works. Let's turn that off. You can choose amp sims. So let's see what they have in here. UK45, there's a bunch in here. Tweedy. I like that it says underneath what it's actually based on, so you don't have to guess. The Tweed Deluxe, the Bassman, Chieftain, nice. So there's a bunch in there. I want to play with them when I hook it up here in a second. Then there's cabs. I don't know that you have to match the cabs with the amps, right? So I could just pick a AC30, or I could get like what an AC30 would have, wherever it would be, right there. Boom. Could do that. Okay, EQ. We have a bunch of different EQs. Why would you need different EQs? Probably changes the frequencies that you're adjusting. So 125, 400, 800, 100, 500, 1000, 3K, bass EQ, bass EQ2. Okay, that's pretty cool. Then we have modulation. We have chorus A, chorus B, O phase, M vibe, roto, vibrato, O trim. I don't know how good these sound. We will get into it. Delay, pure delay, analog delay, slapback, sweet echo, tape, tube, reverbs, plate, air, room, hall, church, spring. So can it ambient? Oh, you can even turn trails on and off, which is awesome. There's different settings in here. I saw. Let me go to different. Oh, it looks like drum machine. I don't have it plugged up, but I guess drums are playing right now. I never use that kind of stuff. Manage. Let's go to global. I did notice there are different types of foot switch settings. So right now it's in foot switch mode 0 to 99. So I could just scroll forever to 0 to 99. I guess you probably can't see that on the, looks like it's overexposed, but I'm like on 32 here. Maybe I should expose properly. How about that? Is that helpful? So I can just scroll here like infinitely, well, between 1 and 99. So let's see the other options. You can also do between 1 and 9. So, well, how do I get back? Do I have to like reset? Oh, factory reset. Let's don't do that. I'm gonna go back to 0 and then go to global. Was it supposed to push save or something? Devices connected. Boom. Okay, now let's see if it starts over after it gets to 10. Yeah, okay, so I had to go back to 0. But then I can select between 10 different songs and it keeps going back around from 09 to 0. Okay, cool. Then there's control, which toggles 2 different states, kind of like the Tone X1. You can do that as well. You can have it be like off and on, or you can toggle like A and B. So on this, I would set an amp the way I like it and maybe have it a little bit dirtier. Or there's built-in effects here too. I could have effect on two different states of the same capture. It looks like that's what we have here. You can turn on and off, looks like reverb and delay with the Great Pedal preset that they have pulled up, which is kind of cool. But the one that interests me the most is this A to Z. And it looks like it's just scrolling through A, B, C, because maybe that's all we have. Maybe there's only 3 presets. Oh, this is when you can import and export presets. So if I come up with presets that you want to grab, I will have them down in the links below. Song list. Okay, so it looks like here you could create, they have all these presets, right? Once you make like a list of songs, maybe you have a set list, you go ahead and put in all your BPMs, if we could get to BPM. Then when you do song list, you can like add your songs in order that you want. You can toggle them on and off. Can I like remove one? Yes, I can remove, and you can add. So you could put your songs in order and then just scroll through your songs. So if I have a 2-song set list, let's say 10 is another song that I'm doing, and they're out of order, right? You just go through and you program your set list, and as your band introduces new songs, you go ahead and put it in here. And then each Sunday, you just come through this song list right here and put in your set list, which is what I do in the Helix anyways. This right here is a game changer. So we need to plug it up and see what it actually sounds like. All right, here's the first preset called Great Preset. Okay, I just want to make my own preset. So let's go down here to an empty one. I'm going to get a Vox amp, turn it on. The Vox cab, turn it on. This is with nothing. That bright switch got a lot louder, so we'll bring down the volume. Plenty of headroom. Alright, what settings are on the cab? Just volume. Okay, no particular settings there. Let's take the bright back off. I like how snappy it is. Let's pretend like we like that. Maybe not. Hold on. It's very loud. My goodness. Okay, and now we will do some VERB. I gotta hear the VERB. Let's turn the VERB on. It is 100% mix. Trails is a good thing. Did I mention how snappy this thing is? It's very quick and doesn't take a lot to get good sounds quick. Kind of cool. Plate. Reverb with lush, bright decays. Deep C. Let's go ahead and crank this. Sweet space. Ooh, there's modulation. Okay, let's do it. like that. So how do we save it? Let's save it. Sure. Now we need some delay. I'm gonna turn the reverb off just so we can hear some of these delay options. We still don't know if we can change it from milliseconds to BPM. I've emailed them, so we'll see. Pure delay. That's not, I mean, it sounds pretty good. Once you get all those effects in there, it can start clipping. I don't want to clip on here. I like that sweet space. Analog. I'm looking for one with some modulation. Into those kind of things. Ooh, very stereo. I hear that. Sweet sound. I like that right there. That's pretty nice. Let's turn off the delay. I'm gonna save what we got so far. Yeah, let's save that. Modulation. Chorus. Okay. B chorus. It's fun. All right. EQ. Let's see what we got with some EQ. Let's see if we can add. Can we change the order of effect? I don't think we can. So we'll turn the EQ on. Lots of EQ options that you could use depending on what kind of guitar you're playing, all your different pickups. Let's do distortion. Here we go. I think if I long press, I get a tuner. Yeah. is octa? Is there a regular pitch? Here we go. It's not just the notes. It's like got this bell thing to it. That would have been cool, but it's not. Okay, boost. Or I actually like the compression. The compressor was pretty nice. Okay, now what do the amps sound like compared to the capture? Let's turn everything off. This must be a high gain capture. That sounds pretty good already. That was pretty quick to dial in. Sounds way more normal, way more usable already. like that one. I'm not a fan of the drives. I would maybe put a drive in front of this and see how it sounds. That might be good for another video. This video is already way too long. I'm gonna be making some other videos. What would make this come alive is having like a MIDI controller. Or the set list thing. Like you could literally just go song 1, song 2, song 3, like that. Or you could even do like verse, chorus. Like if you knew the map of what you wanted, like I know I'm doing a verse, doing a chorus, doing another verse, another chorus, a bridge. Like you could get pretty detailed and plan your set list. It's scrolling through though. So it's like if you mess up or double click or whatever, there's no backing up. So I think a MIDI controller would be helpful. I'm going to be hooking this up to a MIDI controller in another video because I have a MIDI controller to show off to you. So make sure you're subscribed. Check this thing out. I think this could be helpful. I'm not sold on all of the tones just yet. I mean, they're just like, okay, they're fine. I think if you were to download some really good NAM files, that might help out a lot. And I didn't even go through all of these, but that sounds like a good sounding amp. So I think spending some time with it would sure help. I did have some pretty high compression on it. That sounds pretty good. These delays, it seemed like this one was the only one that was really stereo. I mean, I love this tone. I'm gonna save this one for sure. What kind of overdrive did I want? I didn't like these. They're too mid focused. It's just the way it is. Maybe it's just the way your amp's set up, because that sounds pretty good. I mean, I could play with that. That sounds great. Alright, kind of a long video, but I wanted to just show you some of the sounds you can get, maybe some worship type sounds. I'm going to be doing more content with this because I believe in it, if that makes sense. By the end of it, I was getting some pretty good tones that I feel like I could use, and I guess the proof would be, would I use this on a Sunday? Maybe this Sunday, maybe next Sunday. I don't think I would use it without a MIDI controller. So that's the next thing I'm gonna do. Make sure you subscribe, look out for that video. Also, let me know down in the comments, what do you wanna know about this? Like if I make another video or 2 videos, what do you want to see? Links will be down in the description. Thank you, Valeton, for sending me this. They did send it to me for free, but they didn't say I had to make a video or anything, so I just wanted to say that. It's a really nice looking pedal. It's metal. It's got, you know, nice looking knobs. So it's, even though it's a budget piece of gear, and we're saying budget, I think it's like $75, which is like half of a Tone X1. It's really nice, so it doesn't feel budget. I wouldn't say budget. It's not plastic or anything. everything's really nice on it. So I would say grab one if you have the funds and play with it. I'm gonna be playing with it some more, maybe downloading some trusted NAM captures perhaps, or just digging into the ones that are already in here. That last one I played, I loved it. So yeah, and then maybe seeing how other effects sound after this, maybe, you know, maybe putting other or drives. The drives were my least, well, no, not my least. Those the pitches were the least impressive, and the drives were okay. That one sounded fine at the end. There's a lot of distortion. There's only 2 drives. The one thing I wish is that the boosts would be under the drive section and not compression, because I feel like I would want to use compression and a boost. So there's one thing I wish they could do, maybe in an update, like get the boosts out of the compression and put those with the drives. That's what I would want. Anyways, thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Goodbye.